Well, hello, bonjour, ciao, howdy and glasnost. Well, we've made it. Here we are in the final week. Next Thursday, we, the Scottish people, will be sovereign for 15 hours. Now, during the campaign, 3 stalwarts have commented during this debate as follows. The Scottish nation will be a powerful nation. On the 19th, will we arise to be a powerful or a powerless nation? We, the Scottish people, can decide our fate through hope and not fear. And as the man who has led us to this point asked us, if not us, then who? If not now, then when? These 3 statements are made by 3 people whose single driver in life can only be described as justice, be it social, economical, or political. Justice for a nation that has been ridiculed, argued with, and vilified. 3 descriptions that can easily be applied to these individuals themselves. This debate has been captivating. It has held the imagination of a nation. But now is the time to grab with both hands this once in a 3-century opportunity to be that nation again. We can be a powerful nation for the rest of the world to engage with properly in humanitarian values. We can instigate the decommissioning of nuclear weapons, showing hope, not fear. If we don't start the ball rolling, then really, who can you see beginning it and when? We have been bombarded with promise after promise from the 3 Westminster parties, who would and will stab each other in the back to gain and hold on to power. And this, the most unequal society on earth. The question, as I see it, was when the opportunity was available for those so-called extra powers to be presented to the Scottish people to digest and debate, then come to an informed decision. This was during the Edinburgh Agreement negotiations, when the Scottish Government specifically asked for the second question. David Cameron flatly refused to even consider it. This was his red line, a deal breaker. Now, when their own polls show what we, the grassroots, have known for almost the entire campaign, only now do they come up here with their crocodile tears and offer what could have already been in place. But as I say, the question is, can you trust them to deliver? Just think back to 79. Not only a promise of more and better powers, but a promise to maintain the industrial backbone of our country. A promise of a more just society. What did we get? A Labour MP introduces the 40% clause, undermining democracy. Lord Hume guaranteeing he would deliver what the Scottish people wanted. What did we get? We get 18 years of Tory decimation, the systematic destruction of all manufacturing and heavy industries. Then, to follow that up, we get 13 years of red Tory rule, which bankrupted these islands, robbed us of our pension funds, all for the love of money. Actions, my friends, speak louder than words. Can you trust them to deliver? Now ask yourself, what is the alternative? Is it the opportunity to govern ourselves? To always receive the government of our own choosing? And more importantly, the power to remove this government if it fails to meet our expectations. Not hope that the other 90% see sense, which normally they won't. But then we have the power to protect our healthcare, to protect the education of our children, and protect the vulnerable of our society. Refuse to send our boys to illegal wars and stop paying for these illegal wars. It would be funny if it were not so serious. When war is declared, there's an open chequebook. The war is never questioned. But when an individual needs complicated life-saving surgery, that person whose needs are so important has to go in front of a judge or a committee to get the costings. On Thursday week, we have for 15 hours complete sovereignty of our nation. We have the power to ensure we never receive a Tory government we didn't vote for. Yes, we will be a powerful nation on the 18th. And yes, we can be a highly successful nation after the 18th. The question is, will we still have that power in our hands on the 19th? Will we still have the ability to be that successful nation after the 19th? None of us are able to tell the future. But what we do know is that next Thursday we will have these powers in our hands for exactly 15 hours. Will we take the opportunity to govern ourselves? Will we take the opportunity to protect our health service? Will we take the opportunity to protect the most vulnerable in our society and banish the bedroom tax to history, just like the poll tax? Will we take the opportunity to protect the education of our children? Will we take the opportunity to end sending our lads to illegal wars and putting our borders at risk, while lining the pockets of those with such vested interests, those such as millionaire politicians? So this may be my final video before the referendum. Our vote on Thursday week will be our legacy to our children, to their children, our future. So there is only one question remaining. I can ask you, are you with me?